Now let's see the question number 5 in the 2026 Jan. So this is about like a counters in a box. It's like a combination of algebra. So there's a small box and there are 7x counters. The total number is that. So for red to black counters, that is 3:4. So this should be 3x and this is 4x. Okay, so this is our box at the end. So like a red 3x, black 4x. Okay, so two counters are selected at a random, one at a time without replacement. The important thing is without replacement. So once you took a 1, the second probability will start like a 7x minus 1. The first thing is, okay, if it's out of this box, if we want to take maybe a red, that would give you 3x divided by 7x, which is 3 divided by 7. So we have that number. Now if we take a red counter, now what my box has is, my box has 3x minus 1 and 4x because I already took a red in. So in my second counter, red will be 3x minus 1 divided by 7x minus 1. But in this side, my box would be, I took the black out, so the red doesn't change. The black would be 4x minus 1. So the probability of a red taking is 3x divided by 7x minus 1. This would be 4x minus 1 divided by 7x minus 1. So these are the options that we have for these numbers. Yeah, so this is like how we can complete the diagram with the information we have so far. Now they are saying the probability that two counters are selected in different colors is 32 divided by 6. Okay, let's see what are that branches. That branches are going to be different colors, right? So if it's different colors, one branch would be this, another branch would be this. So we know when we multiply this thing and we multiply the branch wise, and when we add the two branches, we will get 32 divided by 63. So let me quickly write that information here. We know the red black probability, which is 3 over 7 times 4x over 7x minus 1. For a black red, we have 4 divided by 7 times 3x divided by 7x minus 1. So we have each branches. Now we have to get these. When we add both of them, that will be 32 over 63. Okay, now this became the probability question, a bit of algebra question. So let me write the algebra part in a separate window so that it will be easy to simplify. 3 divided by 7 times 4x minus 7x minus 1 plus 4 divided by 7, 3x divided by 7x minus 1 is 32 divided by 63. Okay, now I have this information. Okay, so what we can do is, when we multiply, okay, simplification, we can take a 12x divided by 7 times 7x minus 1 plus again a 12x divided by 7, 7x minus 1 is 32 divided by 63. Okay, which means 24x, this number would give you 32 divided by 63. Now we can do the cross multiplication. We get that one into this side and the other one. So what we're gonna use 1, 5, 12x. That would give us, when you do, like, you can do 32 times 7 and 7x minus 1. So which is 224 7x minus 1. So we can do it. It's 1568 x minus 224, and this side you have this number. So you can put the x's to the right side and this one to the left side so that we need not to deal with the negatives. So it's 224. So x is going to be the division, so which is 4. So once we get the x variable, let's see what they're asking us. They're asking the total number of counters in the box before the two counters are selected. So total was, here the x was 4. The total was 7x, which is 7 times 4, which is 28. So they had 28 counters in total. So here we can just have a placeholder called total equals 7x, so which is 28. Okay, this was a interesting question. Let's say they are telling, given that the second counter is red. Now conditional probability comes into play. Now they are telling, given that the second counter is red. Okay, if the second counter is red, we want to say the probability. The first counter is black, so second being red. So let's take, whenever we have such a question, so let's write it in this format. Probability of the first counter being black, the first one has to be a black, we can call it like, the first black divided by second red, right? So this is that probability. So if you really check there, if I take that into a different side, first black given that second red. So how the probability function comes is, you have to say the intersection, which is first black and second red divided by probability of second red. Okay, the first black and red being red. So let's get these probabilities separately. Black and red. Okay, getting the black and red is this branch. You get the black first and then you get the red second. So this is the only option that we have the intersection. So if we check that variable, the probability, okay, we know 4/17. So it's gonna be, let me get that value in the branch itself so that it will be easy. So here we know the 3x divided by 7x minus 1, given that the x is 4. This branch will have 12 divided by 40, not 27. This is that. So we have that value. So this branch will be 4/7 times 12/27. So this is our value for the intersection. Okay, here we have 4/7 times 12/27. I think we better simplify that question then and there, and we'll take the answer here so that it's pretty neat in that way and understandable too. So this is gonna be 16 divided by 63. Okay, we have that. And the second scenario was getting a red. So if you think about getting a red, I'll just mark it with the thing. We only matter getting a red in the last space only. We really don't mind whether what is like what we got in the first attempt. So if I check the numbers here, I'll take that in the red one. So this side it would be 11 divided by 27. Yeah, so in this branch, let's do that branch here, which is 3/7 times 11/27, which will give us 33/189. So that will be a pretty straightforward. Okay, so if we come back here, the probability of getting a black and a red divided by probability of second red. So we don't mind the black and a red, and also we don't mind the black and red and a red. So black and a red scenario was it was only 16 divided by 63. Divided by 16 divided by 63 plus 33 divided by 189, which is also 11 divided by 63, I guess. Yeah, the simplification version, so I'll take it. That's 11 divided by 63. Okay, so we got all the scenarios covered. Okay, we have that answer, so that will give you the final answer, which is 3/7. I'm not into the simplification since the calculator is then and there, so that's how we got to the probability curve. So once again, the simplification, when you have to do the division as well, no? So what you would get is 16 divided by 27. When you divide, that's the final answer would be. So that is the coverage of the conditional probability. Yeah, thank you. Always in such questions, try to understand the core principle. Feel free to add any questions you have. Thank you.